Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Here we are, dub stage 5, where we did most of the pre-dubbing and some of the finaling for The Wizard of Oz for the Sphere experience. Everything in the movie was very 1939 mono comp, dialogue, music and effects in the same mono channel. I was tasked to look at different applications that we could use to extract the dialogue and effects from the mono track.
So you have a mono-track, single-track audio file. All the music and the sound of the wind and the tornado, everything is on that single track. And so what we did was we were able to separate the film into its different components.
You're the best friends anybody ever had.
Audioshake was the only application that was able to separate the vocal tracks in a way that we could use them. The main problem we were solving was to enable us to rescore the movie in an immersive format. And the only way we could do that was by separating the vocal from the music in the first place. If there was any music left in the track, we would have phasing issues.
So what can be challenging with old audio when you're thinking about something like stem separation or source separation is that, as with lots of kinds of AI, the further your training data is from the task that you need to perform, the more likelihood there is for errors or not ideal output. And I think particularly if we are thinking about The Wizard of Oz and that era, 1939, I'd think about something like the microphones. The microphones were different back then, and that can actually lead to slight distortions that can then impact when you're doing something like separation. But our technology is also designed to handle that. When I think about what we're trying to do at Audioshake, which is to make audio usable and editable.
And there it is. I couldn't believe it was that good until I brought it down to the stage.
That's cool. I mean, I've never heard it. It's cool to hear it like that, right?
Once in a lullaby, somewhere over the rainbow.
And it's a complete take out of the music. There's not a single note of music goes through this piece anymore.
And the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
So Audioshake is not generative AI. That's what a lot of people are talking about these days. With something like generative AI, you might get a different output every single time. It's guessing, making very intelligent guesses at the output. The area that we work in is a field called source separation. So there are no things like hallucinations or new kinds of information.
Anything that we can use that creates a better starting point, especially for restoration, I feel it's a huge extra tools in our toolbox.
I think on my side, so as someone who plays music, who writes fiction, I'm not looking for anyone to take away my creativity. I am very happy, though, for there to be tools that exist that make the creative process more fun and actually more focused on the creativity rather than the tedious parts of any of the things that I do.
From the beginning of this project, I'd maybe watched The Wizard of Oz 3 or 4 times in my lifetime for being a kid. I've probably seen it 30 times in the last year, and I still am affected by, as Dorothy opens the door, still, to me, the most emotion.
This film that my grandmother would have watched as a child, that then my mother would have watched as a child, that I watched as a child. How many films can you say that have that kind of longevity and resonance, and that the characters and the storyline could span so many generations?
So generational viewing.
Yeah. What you want is people to feel something and to feel this emotion and this connection to the film the same way I did or you did as a kid or even today when we watch it. And if technology can help prove that experience or bring it to new audiences and help them experience it in a new way, that's super exciting.
There's no place like home.
And that's what Audioshake gave us for The Wizard of Oz.
Great.
Beautiful.